I'm out for a night drive, trying to clear my thoughts before the upcoming end to the season. We've got a very important Europa League final coming up against Newcastle United, and it just so happens that that final falls on my birthday. That's right, I have the chance to celebrate my birthday in stunning fashion by helping Arsenal win their first ever Europa League.
And the business end of the season is here. Time to put our money where our mouth is. And I know what you're thinking. Why the hell are you driving so fast and so reckless before the Europa League final? And just let me do my thing. I gotta drive fast and I gotta feel that confidence. The roads are clear, there's nothing to fear, and Karo is here.
And heading into match week 37 of the Premier League, Arsenal host Bournemouth. And of course, we've already won the Premier League, so Karo has come on as a sub. And here's Karo having a shot immediately, and Paulson with a save. And Doan taking the ball down the other touchline. Watkins with an interception. Karo on the ball now. Denis Karo cutting in with a brilliant bit of skill. More skills by Karo. And Karo losing out on the ball, but getting back the ball with a great tackle. And now Karo passing it to Watkins, who just hammers it into the back of the net. And Arsenal take the 1-0 lead in the 58th minute. A brilliant goal scored by Ollie Watkins. And this is exactly how we need to be playing before the Europa League final. And Adams passing it to Gravenberg. And now Scott losing the ball to Zaire Emery. And now Karo on the ball. Karo still on the ball. And Karo, in and out he goes. Denis Karo turning with the ball, having a shot. But not a good shot. And with just seconds left in this match, the match has come to an end. Arsenal have officially been crowned Premier League champions. And look at these home fans go absolutely insane. Look at the team. Look at the tears of happiness. A truly beautiful moment. Denis Karo has won a domestic league for the first time since he was on Portland Timbers. And a brilliant display by the Arsenal team this season. Fully deserved to be champions. And look at the Gunners now getting ready to lift up the Premier League trophy for the first time in the Emirates Stadium. A truly glorious moment for all Arsenal fans as we finally see the Gunners lift the big one. A lot of Arsenal fans had to wait a long time for this moment, but here's Adrien Rabiot getting ready to lift up the Premier League trophy, and Arsenal have officially been crowned Premier League champions for the 2026-2027 season. And Denis Karo is having a truly tremendous year since he's won the World Cup. He's been crowned the Premier League champion, and he has a chance to also win the Europa League. But for now, we've got to take our time to enjoy the fact that we have won the Premier League. And look at Adrien Rabiot, not passing that trophy to anyone. But you know what? It's okay because we won the Premier League. And Karo has won his first European League trophy. And what a trophy to win. The Premier League trophy. And here they go, lifting it one more time. A truly beautiful moment for all Arsenal fans. A truly beautiful moment for the team that has worked so hard for this beautiful crowning moment. And Arsenal are your Premier League champions. And that man, Denis Karo, is a Premier League champion. And taking a look at the table after match week 37, Arsenal at the tippy top of the table with 90 points. And shifting our focus to the final of the Europa League. Arsenal face off against Newcastle United. And this match will truly be a very intense match as both teams are starving to win this competition. Arsenal have yet to win the Europa League. Newcastle, they just want to win anything. So here it is, the final of the Europa League. The sun's out for some reason. Not too much of a fan of that. I don't like the energy of the sun being out. But nevertheless, here we go. The final of the Europa League. Newcastle United getting us kicked off here. And are now with an interception. And Meyer passing the ball to Jolinton. And Jolinton finding Tonali. And now it's Anthony Gordon on the ball. Anthony Gordon taking it past the Arsenal defense, getting past Saliba, and Anthony Gordon has just scored the first goal of the match and put Newcastle up 1-0 in the 17th minute. And am I tripping, or is that not Anthony Gordon? Like, what the hell is going on right now? That does not look anything like him. Anyways, Arsenal down 1-0 against Newcastle United. And this is not the start to the final that we hoped for. And here's Saka passing it to Arnau. Arnau cutting back, finding Karo. Denis Karo getting past the defender. Denis Karo having a shot and putting it into the back of the net with the outside of his right foot. And Denis Karo immediately answering to Newcastle's dagger with his own dagger. And Arsenal back in this match, 1-1, courtesy of Karo. And here's James, passing it to Berardi. And now Jolinton on the ball, passing it. And now Berardi with a brilliant pass to Isak. And Isak crossing it in. Anthony Gordon with a header. Ederson with an easy save. And Jolinton running into Karo. Karo unable to get the ball. And here's Berardi laying it off for Gordon, who has another shot. And Nuno passing it to Saliba. Saliba finding Karo, who turns with the ball. And Denis Karo bursting past the midfield. And here's Karo on the ball once again. Denis Karo toying with the defense with a roulette, finding Yangman. Hugo finds Watkins. And Rabiot with a piss-poor shot. And that will see the end of the first half. Arsenal 1, Newcastle 1. And here's Bernardo passing it right to Karo. Rabiot finding Zaire Emery, who's unable to find Karo, and now Newcastle working with the ball. And Isak on the ball. Isak having a shot, but Ederson with a save. And James finding Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon on the ball, getting past Karo, making him look like a fool. Meyer to Bernardo, who has a shot, and Ederson with another save. Riquelme on the ball. Riquelme still getting the ball dinked off him by Karo. But now James crossing it in. Isak's there, putting it into the back of the net. But fortunately for us, he's offside. Are now finding Saka. Saka cutting back, passing it to Karo. And now Karo heading towards goal, cutting in. Right-footed shot. Unable to put it in the back of the net. And are now kicking the ball out. And Gordon passing it to Bernardo. Bernardo unable to have a shot. And Zaire Emery passing to Saka. And we are going to extra time.
And Isak getting us kicked off here in extra time. Jolinton finding Tonali. And Branthwaite on the ball. Here's Gordon laying it off to Branthwaite. Konate doing well. Karo finding Saka. Konate passing it to Zaire Emery, who finds Watkins. De Vries finding Watkins. Beautiful football here. Saka's making a run. Karo finds Saka. Bukayo Saka through on goal. Saka smashes it in with his right foot. And it just had to be Bukayo Saka to score the winning goal in the Europa League final for the Gunners. Can you believe it? The star boy has turned into a star man. And Arsenal up 2-1 against Newcastle. And the pressure has surely got to be building up on Newcastle now. And Anthony Gordon on the ball. Just 7 minutes left in extra time. Anthony Gordon crossing it in. And Konate doing well. And Joelinton on the ball. Joelinton still on the ball. Joelinton finding Riquelme. And Bernardo crossing it in. And Arnau clearing it out. Zaire Emery finding Tonali. Tonali having a long shot, but Karo blocking it. And this match has come to an end. Arsenal have won the Europa League against Newcastle United in extra time, courtesy of a Bukayo Saka dagger. And Arsenal can now call themselves Europa League champions, as they have just won the Europa League in stunning fashion. And look at what it means to the players. Celebrations taking place all over the field. And look at the players rejoicing in victory. A very hard-fought tournament for Arsenal. And here the club go, getting ready to lift the Europa League for the first time in club history. And as you can see, EA have actually updated the game, and they've added the trophy to the trophy lift. Can you believe it? If you recall, last time with FC20, we lifted straight up air. Nothing, nada, zilch. But now we've got a trophy. And here we go, lifting the Europa League trophy with Arsenal Football Club. Carlo's dream club. He's helped them win the Premier League for the first time in over 20 years. And now he's helped them lift their very first Europa League trophy. And Denis Karo has had a very successful first season here at Arsenal, if you ask me. We've been able to win our first domestic league since we were at Portland Timbers. And we've also managed to win our first European Cup since back when we were at FC20. And now we find ourselves back in the Champions League with Arsenal as the Premier League and the Europa League champions. The rest of Europe is surely on notice, as Denis Karo is a champion in England and a champion in Europe with his new team, Arsenal. And with that victory in the final of the Europa League, you can see here we cap off the tournament in stunning fashion. We've come a long way, and we've gotten the very important victory in the final to cap off a tremendous European campaign. And taking a look at Karo's trophy cabinet, you can see we've added the Premier League trophy as well as the Europa League trophy for Arsenal. And as you can see, we've put that Europa League trophy right next to the one we won with FC20. And Karo's career is surely looking better and better by the years. And as we head into the very last week of the Premier League season for this year, Arsenal travel away to Crystal Palace in more of a formality than anything else. We're just here to simply end the campaign. Karo doesn't even want to run. As you can see, he's just standing there. And here's Karo on the ball now, getting brought down. And Denis Karo. Did I just get injured on the last day of the season? I better not have. And it will be a yellow card. And Maric finding Amada. Amada finding Oyarzabal. And Oyarzabal with a shot off the post. And Zaire Emery finding Karo. Denis Karo now. Passing it to Yang Min Hyuk. And now Karo making a run. Yang Min Hyuk finding Karo. And Karo now unable to find Yang Min Hyuk. But Yang Min Hyuk finding Watkins, who finds Karo. And Karo backheeling it to Yang Min Hyuk, who lays it off for Zaire Emery, who just hammers it into the back of the net and puts Arsenal up 1-0.
0. And now, Arsenal in full control on the last game of the season. And Ederson collecting it. And here's Doku on the ball. Doku dribbling towards goal, cutting in, passing it to Kawada, who has a shot, but Ederson's there to save it. And Rabiot passing it to Karo. And shooting to Eze. And Oyarzabal with a great tackle and an outside the foot shot, but just wide. And Zaire Emery passing it to Karo. Karo finding Watkins. Watkins on the ball now. Turning. Unable to find Karo. Watkins finding Karo this time. Karo finding Yang Min Hyuk, who finds Zaire Emery, and Watkins with a shot. Saka back healing it to Karo. Karo shooting it into Christensen. And Gusto finding Doku. And Doku now on the ball. Passing it back to Gusto. Just seconds left in this match. And Watkins on the ball, losing the ball. And the ref has blown the whistle. Arsenal winning 1-0 against Crystal Palace. And this Premier League season has officially come to an end, as has our season. And taking a look here at the scenes of our bus parade, you see us riding around with the Premier League and the Europa League trophies front and center of the bus. Truly glorious scenes, emotional scenes in North London, as Arsenal have found themselves being crowned the champions of the Premier League and the champions of the Europa League. And look at what it means to these Arsenal fans. Look at what it means to the boys on the team. And look at what it means to Denis, Karo. And that is the conclusion of Season 3 of the FC25 career mode. Another successful season in the books for Denis Karo. One of his most successful seasons ever, if you ask me. He's won the Premier League. He's won the Europa League. And now, things are looking onward and upward for Denis Karo. Will he stay at Arsenal? Will he move on? All those questions will be answered in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. This has been Denis from Clowney Gaming. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Have yourself a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.